KOSessions. It's your boys Julio and Milton. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And we begin today with a tank of a human being. Artur Beterbiev.
So, I want to start off by saying that, Arthur, I'm sorry. If you saw any of my other videos where I thought you might have lost, I want to say I'm sorry. I apologize. Please do not come after me. You showed zero signs of slowing down, and quite frankly, you're very cute. So let's just leave it at that.
It's the beard.
It's the beard.
And you're Canadian.
Yeah.
But mainly the beard.
So, first of all, I do give Callum Smith props.
Absolutely.
Because he started off with the right game plan, right? He was going in. He definitely was throwing the combos. He seemed to be landing, some good punches in there. And quite frankly, I think he messed up somewhere around the 4th or 5th round where he changed from going in, boxing, weaving, getting out, boxing, weaving, getting out, to fucking staying in the pocket. I don't know where this man thought that he could possibly overpower Arthur. That is where I think Callum messed up. Because even though the broadcast was still giving pretty much the whole, all the rounds towards Beterbiev the whole time, Callum looked good. It was looking competitive. It looked exciting, I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he would get in, box, punch out, get out, it looked good. And then he decided to stay there.
I think you could argue you can give him the second round. He was pretty active in the second round, and that maybe kind of built up his confidence a little too high. And maybe he said to himself, you know what, I'm making this guy look a little foolish right now with his butt. Because like you say, he was in and out, boxing. He was establishing a good jab. But you can just see the difference in power when both men would land. Yeah,
because Arthur would land and you could see Callum was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And Arthur's jab, man, like I feel like...
I think of all his fights, he established this fight the most with the jab.
Yeah, 100%. His jab, his body shots, by far, are what seems to just have broken Callum down. And maybe that's what made him change, that he was like, fuck it, like he's going to break me down no matter what. I might as well try to get him out first. But, I mean, like I said, like he changed his game plan like around the 4th or 5th round, so...
I think Callum also fell victim of his power at 175 going into this fight.
Yeah.
He was very illusioned by his recent outings.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he did take a pretty long layoff. I think they were both coming off of a year plus. They were both off. So, again, activity, man. I mean, if he would have just sneaked in maybe another 2 fights before he fought Arthur, he might have had more of a chance. But even with the long layoff, I mean, he still didn't look bad. But that power is 100% real.
I've been saying this. I've been on this Beterbiev train for years, baby.
No, yeah. But my biggest question was, how does he handle, combos? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like boxer, a tall fighter, long reach.
I'm pretty sure he feels like rock solid, fucking, punching rock solid. So,
dude's got granite in his hands.
Yeah, so
we know where Beterbiev is going, where he's going after this. We'll get to that in a bit. I have an idea for Callum.
Okay.
Surdo Callum.
That would be a good fight.
I think that's a good bounce back fight. Maybe Surdo can sneak a win in there. It's hard for that.
Oh, wait. I think Surdo moved to cruiserweight.
Did he?
Yeah, who did he just fight? His last fight was at cruiserweight.
Oh, he might be right.
Yeah, no, Surdo's already gone.
Surdo's gone then, so that means you got to put in somebody like maybe one of these up and comers, like eventually a Beterbiev.
Yeah, see, that would be good. Like if Beterbiev decides to finally move up, make his first fight with Callum Smith, that'd be a good test for him. But until May, we're not going to touch that subject right now.
No, and then on top of that, the 175 division is dominated by 2 men. One of them being Beterbiev, and the other is hopefully possible, finally, undisputed, big showdown with Dmitrybivol. The world wants to see it. I want to see it. You want to see it. But here's the cute thing about this.
No. Bivol already signed. Why would Arthur not sign?
No. Well, I'm not talking about the negotiations.
Oh.
It's what the people want to know.
What?
Who you got?
Oh. I refuse to bet against Arthur. I will not bet. If I think Bivol has a shot, because obviously he's Bivol. You know, he's very disciplined when it comes to his get in, get out, get in, get out. Mm-hmm. But again, what if Arthur lands that overhand right that Joe Smith Jr. landed? Can Bivol really take that power?
I don't think he can.
We will find out. But as far as seeing the fight, it's going to happen. There's no way it won't.
It has to happen.
Yeah,
in spring.
Again,
sure.
Bivol already signed.
It better be a
I think between the two, I was more worried about Bivol signing because he probably has a bigger payday with potential Canelo. But he seems to be about it. Obviously, Arthur's about it.
He wants the belts.
That's what I'm saying. So, and like you said, like this is his last goal before he decides to move up. So if he gets
retired,
he said move up.
I know he wants to move up, but I mean, he's going to destroy everybody at cruiserweight.
I don't know. What's his name? Opitai? Yeah,
I still got Beterbiev. You know what's funny? Beterbiev was actually at one point a heavyweight fighter. You know who he fought in the Olympics in 2012? Usyk. Mm-hmm. Beterbiev knows how to make weight.
Yeah, for sure.
We haven't even seen this man struggle to make weight.
Yeah.
But I think that's a fight to make. That's a fight the world needs.
And there's not too much to discuss about it. The fact that Bivol already signed, like
it's gonna happen.
It's like it was just, can Arthur get through Callum? Yes, he did.
We avoided a Wilder situation here.
Yeah, for real.
But I think if I asked you their recent fights, because they just fought in the span of the last 3 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Copy and paste the way both men look.
It's because Bivol is not a power puncher. He's volume and a boxer. Arthur is a counter puncher with massive power.
And a jab now.
And jab, yeah. So it's like their styles are so different.
That's what makes it sexy.
Exactly. So it's like, again, you can go against the power, but then again, you're talking about potentially like kind of what happened with Canelo Triple G. Yeah. It's like you would have thought power would have, overcome Canelo, but if Bivol has the chin
and the jab,
I mean, he could technically just Mayweather his way out of that fight.
Yeah.
And hopefully
one clip from Arthur.
Yeah. So, but I mean, overall, I think Arthur's shown that he knows how to cut off the ring. Yeah. As long as he's not chasing Bivol and it's just timing him and walking him down. Mm-hmm. If he gets a hold of him,
he's such a patient puncher because you can just see him. He's getting that timing down. That's why in the fourth and the fifth it started looking nastier for Callum, because as soon as you make a mistake with Beterbiev, he's gonna make you pay for it.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw
any angle.
The clip where he hit Callum in the neck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That man can't speak right now.
Callum hates his life right now.
Yeah. Like,
that eye was getting swollen shut too, bit by bit. It's like Beterbiev.
And that started like in the second, third round.
Mm-hmm. But Beterbiev is not very like flashy with it. It's like you just see it build up on the other fighter's face, and you're like, dude, he's dismantling him.
Yeah.
Like we'll see how Bivol can react to those punches, because his best outing was against Canelo, who was on some vegan diet. It wasn't all the way powered up.
But I mean, Surdo's a big guy.
Surdo's a big guy, yeah.
He wasn't even bullied by someone as big as Surdo. Surdo was already. He had just moved up to light heavyweight and was already struggling to stay at light heavyweight. So I'm pretty sure Surdo bloated up over 200 pounds in that fight. So. As far as me thinking that
size discrepancy, Bivol can handle.
That's what I was gonna say. As far as him getting pushed around, I don't think so. I think the difference, obviously, between someone like Surdo and is skill and the discipline to
stay on track.
Exactly. So I think the fact that Arthur's just gonna go in there with the right mindset, the right stamina. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's chiseled probably from his toes to his nose. So.
He's got a six-pack on the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Again, I like the fact that pretty much the fight's almost a done deal. So
we need it. We want it. It's the super fight that's going to really start 2024 off.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of super fights, we got word today.
I don't know how to say it.
As we mentioned before, Ngannou is set to fight Anthony Joshua. There's a caveat now. that potentially the winner of Ngannou Joshua faces the winner of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk.
But see, this is, and again, this is where the WBC has something like this planned all along. Why the fuck would you rank fucking a fighter number 10 in his first fight that he lost? And I get it. He dropped Tyson Fury, but like, obviously this was a setup somewhere deep inside the ranking.
It was a contingency.
Yeah, and obviously it's playing out to
their favor
because now we're potentially going to see, because according to you, Ngannou's going to knock out AJ, and now you're going to get Ngannou Tyson Fury too.
No.
Or Ngannou
Usyk is what we're going to be getting ready for by the end of this year.
But apparently we're going to see Ngannou Tyson Fury too, but now it's going to be for an actual title.
See, it works out that way. Think about it. Ngannou knocks Joshua's, like, his jaw into the third row. Ngannou wins, gets his title shot against Usyk. Usyk gets his payday. Probably makes Ngannou look stupid. But here's what we win as fans. We get Joshua and Fury as the, what do they call it? The consolation fight.
The losers who fought the losers.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? We still get the fight we want. We get Joshua Fury.
Okay, and when are we going to get AJ Wilder? You don't want that no more?
I mean, it's not in the cards right now. I don't need it.
See,
I don't crave it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I don't
At
crave
that
it.
point, make Wilder Reese, and let's just do another Saudi fucking card. So we'll do Wilder Reese as the co-main to fucking AJ Fury as the main for a fucking interim belt. And then the winner fights the winner of Usyk and Ngannou.
And Usyk is probably going to win and probably going to retire.
You better be taking notes, fucking Eddie Hearn.
That, and everybody watching, remember this. I said this. Ngannou beats Joshua. Usyk beats Fury. We get Ngannou, Usyk. Usyk toys with him. Fury beats Joshua.
If AJ wins, I need Fury to win. I do not want to see Usyk, AJ 3.
I think Usyk beats Fury, though, regardless of the result.
Maybe.
You as a fan speaking, you're hoping for that because of a fan's perspective.
No, but I mean, I'm also mentally breaking it down. You know, Fury, Usyk. Fury has obviously the makings of beating Usyk.
He does.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. All he has to do is hit Fury, Usyk in the freaking body.
If there's a man out there, though, that has the best chance to beat Fury, though, it's Usyk.
Or AJ.
I don't know.
Styles make fights, my dude.
But mentality makes winners.
And AJ's over his freaking whatever mental problems he was going through ever since he lost to Reese.
No, because he made a jackass of himself after he lost to Usyk the second time.
Again, way past that.
I don't know. You can't change a leopard's spots.
But if the spots grew based on dirt, you know, maybe he was a zebra first. I don't know.
I want y'all to comment. Just call this
Tiger.
man a jackass after that. Comment and just be like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I was trying to think of what animal has, what tiger has stripes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I know. I couldn't think of the metaphors.
People are going to look back and be like, hey, did you watch that video? It wasn't even about boxing. That stupid ass in the glasses doesn't know his animals. But I'm cool with that. Speaking of fights being made, though, Zhang Zhelei.
That's what I said.
Shut up.
Zhelei Zhang.
Zhang Zhelei is now scheduled to face
Joseph
Parker.
Parker.
We got the answers we've been wanting of where does Parker
I know.
go.
We kind of got it faster than we thought, but I really thought they were going to make Zhang against Wilder. Apparently now Wilder doesn't have Parker rematch and doesn't have Zhang rematch, so that means that my conspiracy theory of possibly sneaking Wilder against Filip Hrgovic
or Reese
might be true.
I mean, those are the only two that make sense at this point.
Yeah, unless he goes against like a Frank Sanchez, but I don't think so. Or a Daniel Dubois, since he just won.
I think he gets a better payday out of Reese.
But again, see, these all have the makings of another stacked Saudi card, because
Absolutely.
You know, now you have Parker, Zhang for the co-main. Let's make the opener fucking Wilder, Filip Hrgovic or Wilder, Andy Reid.
So in a perfect world, you would want to see a card where it's Ngannou, Joshua, with the co-main. It's going to be Parker, Zhang, Zhelei, and the featured bout Wilder, Reese, or Wilder, Perkovic.
Stacked fucking
main
card.
Yeah, I mean when you put Bivol as a featured bout.
But I mean, this time now we're putting actual matchups that we want to see, right? Now we're creating $100 pay-per-view worth buying.
Yes,
You know
I agree. And it's all, and the Parker Zhang fight's actually going to be for the interim WBO title.
Okay, so I mean, no matter what the winner of Usyk, Tyson Fury looks like that, the winner of Filip Hrgovic versus who knows who, right? Or like I mentioned, they're probably going to vacate that belt because IBF is probably going to mandate them to fight him next.
Yeah.
And then again, whoever that winner is, they're just going to be waiting around to see what happens if Fury Usyk going to do a rematch, or they're going to go straight to the winner of Ngannou AJ. So I don't know. I feel like we might, after the AJ Ngannou card, I think we're probably going to have one more big Saudi heavyweight card all over again.
Possibly another day of reckoning.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the one with Ngannou AJ.
Yeah, maybe
Day of fixing.
day of redemption.
Redemption.
Not fixing.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. I mean, at that point, the career's pretty much hard. But I actually like this out of boxing. I need to see more of this stacked co-mains, more featured bouts, just to generate more. Because Day of Reckoning probably take away Bivol. Take away Wilder, Parker, and leave Bivol as like a co-main. It probably wouldn't generate the numbers it still did. So, I like the fact that boxing's starting to generate these UFC type cards.
You have to. And again, it's Eddie Hearn, man.
Dude's
Eddie
Hearn. Game changer.
Eddie Hearn's the one that does it because you won't see this from fucking Al Heyman or Bob Arum.
No, I mean, when's the last time outside of Eddie Hearn we have a stack card? Like, give me a PBC card that when you look at it, you go stack. We had the ghost of Robert Guerrero as a featured bout. And the corpse of Andre Berto.
Yeah.
Which was still a fun fight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not going to shit talk about it. It was still a fun fight, especially for the old heads. But
exactly, it was fun because of the matchup. But again, as far as like quality name fighters that are active right now, we're almost never gonna get those type of fights. Like ideally, like if they can find a way where we get a badass matchup from Matchroom and a badass matchup from Golden Boy and PBC and Top Rank, and just everyone have a badass matchup or intermatch their fucking fighters all in one big card 3-4 times a year. Done. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
The BBC's really
That's what we gotta do. That's our goal. We're gonna become the middlemen of that.
We're gonna riot this into
Knockout Promotions. That's what's gonna be called, and we're gonna ask from all of them, give me 2 of your best fighters, and we're gonna make one stack card.
We can do it.
Yes.
Hire us.
Eddie Hearn, please.
We're
Knockout Promotions.
We're supporting you, brother. We've always been supporting you. You are the answer to boxing promotion in the 2020s. Because the 2010s sucked at the end of it.
Yeah, it was just Mayweather.
We can count Canelo and Pacquiao.
It was the beginning of Canelo.
The GOAT, Miguel, GOAT, toe.
Who lost to Mayweather and Pacquiao and Canelo? Moving on. Moving on. So, we finally see the return of our fucking local hero, Oscar Valdez.
It's the meeting of Teofimo's 2 daddies. Official.
Yes. So, Liam Wilson, Oscar Valdez got announced.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the other one.
Who?
Lomachenko and Gamboso.
No, I literally said our local hero, Oscar Valdez.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the war hero, Lomachenko.
No, that's your daddy.
So you don't want to talk about that, huh?
Oh, we are. I mean, we already kind of touched base on it on like 2 videos ago.
We can talk about it again.
What's there to talk about?
You can't skip it. We'll get to Valdez, Liam, or Wilson in a second.
Again, we already talked about this. It was already pretty much a set deal before. Now it's just been confirmed.
Now it's official.
Yes.
Who you got?
Obviously, Lomachenko.
You?
Yes.
I don't know. The math ain't math because if we go by fight math, Lomachenko lost to Teofimo. And Kambosos beat Teofimo, so therefore Kambosos is the better fighter of the three. So
you don't believe that?
If E equals MC knockout,
you still don't believe that.
That means Kambosos should be
still don't believe that.
I'm going based on Milton Math here.
That's fine. Good thing you're Julian.
So I'm excited for that fight for the mere fact that we really get to see where Lomachenko's at in his career. Can he dispose of
Motherfucker just went toe-to-toe with Devin Haney. We know where he's at.
He is.
You're telling me that with under a year, he lost
Kambosos is known to ruin men's careers.
I mean, Lomachenko already lost to Haney and Teofimo, and his career fucked up or ruined? No. But if he does lose to Kambosos, yes. Yes, but I don't think so.
So Teofimo can lose to Kambosos and be okay.
He moved away from that. Negative energy. Right. So what did he do? He moved up and beat Josh Taylor. Redemption.
Dehydrated Josh Taylor, but it's
this guy.
Well, we're saying about Teofimo. We're talking about his adopted fathers.
Look, Teofimo's over there potentially getting a fight with Crawford or Haney. So don't be talking about Teofimo like he ain't the man. He's literally the only one speaking Crawford.
Is he?
He is. He's taunting Crawford. He's hoping
Boots wants that fight.
Obviously, but he's not talking about it. Like
Why doesn't Teofimo want Boots?
Because he can go for the man.
But the man wants to move up. So the man moves up, Teofimo should ask for Boots.
Boots, 100%.
Boots knocks him out. So anyways.
This is why I can't speak to you. This is why I didn't want us to talk about Teal.
Because you can't afford to. You can't afford to talk about a man.
Anyway, we're talking about Lomachenko Kambosos.
Yeah.
Loma should win. Loma is
if
the
Loma
favorite.
knocks out Kambosos, something Teofimo couldn't do. Even Haney couldn't do. It's time to make Loma tank.
Loma tank? Come on. Abdul Wahid does not want that.
Oh, I'm sorry. The servant of the one. Abdul Wahid.
He's not going to get in there with Lomachenko. Come on. I really don't know where this man is going with his career. I really don't. At this point, the little rumors and chit-chats we've seen out there has to do with his first fight after doing 10 years in jail is going to be against Pitbull Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
But Pitbull Cruz is yelling Ryan Garcia's name. So they're all over the place. Everybody in PBC world, they're all over the place. I really don't know where Tank is going.
Well, all I know is that Lomachenko and Kambosos actually meet for the vacant IBF belt. So whoever's the IBF contenders there, who would that be in that case?
Them too.
There you go. Then I guess we really don't have anywhere to go for the winner here. That's what sucks about this division right now.
It's because they all have to want to fight each other.
Lomachenko's about it. Kambosos is 100%. About it. And that's why they're
meeting.
And
so is Shakur, but Shakur has a lot of making up to do after that performance, obviously.
Well, so the winner, if the winner can't land.
Yes, we're gonna get Lomachenko Shakur by the end of this year.
Who wins? Just an early prediction.
If Shakur fights the way he did, Loma's gonna win because I think Loma's good enough to cut the ring, volume, stop that nigga,
get in his face,
that dude from running.
Just was on a bike. That record was never meant to be broken, Shakur.
Yeah, like come on, my guy. But anyway, like I mentioned, my local hero, Oscar Valdez, Liam Wilson, also got announced.
My local hero. Is Benavides a joke to you?
Okay, local of locals.
We're talking about straight Tucson.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, yes. Here's the thing about Valdez.
It's either Valdez is our local hero down south,
Benavides is up north.
Yes.
But here's the thing about Valdez. His career is scaring me right now.
I mean, it kind of happens once you start stepping up to real competition. Obviously, he was really big and strong for 126. He seems to be going through all this adversity now that he's at 130.
It's not so much of who he's fought. It's
because
the fact that he's 33.
2 more years. I think he's got 2 more years. But, well, let me rephrase it. I think this is Valdez's last run at a title.
Top level before he becomes a gatekeeper.
Yeah, exactly. Because look, Liam Wilson dropped Navarrete. We saw what Navarrete did to Oscar Valdez. Like
Valdez actually kept up with Navarrete too. For those that say Navarrete dominated, he didn't. It was a close fight.
No, that was a close fight. Yeah, like the whole eye thing was what I was going to bring up was because Oscar could not adjust to Navarrete's jabbing and hooks or whatever. But if you go round by round, even when Navarrete did not have an eye, the dude was still in the fight. At worst 5'7". You can argue like the fight was not that off.
I had a 5'7".
Yeah, like it wasn't. Can you please stop? Am I boring you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm bringing up a boring ass fight from the past. I'm sorry. Damn.
It was not a boring fight. I was there.
But my point being is Liam Wilson's left hook is nasty. That's what dropped Navarrete. That's how he's dropped the majority of his last opponents. So in reality, Liam Wilson has power, but so did Navarrete, right? So we've seen Oscar have a chin. He's fought with a broken jaw. So as far as him taking the power, it's not a big deal. But again, Liam Wilson and Navarrete was very competitive. I can also argue Navarrete was losing that fight, right? So if you do math plus math plus math, you have to say you gotta favor Liam Wilson a little bit because he was looking better against Navarrete than
was Oscar Valdez fight.
Yes,
I think I got Liam as a slight favorite. Yeah, but Valdez is a live dog, and it's funny because didn't Wilson Navarrete? It also happened in Glendale.
I was there live.
Then Valdez Navarrete happened in Glendale.
Well, Liam Wilson was the tag in because Valdez pulled out of that fight.
So now we get Valdez Wilson in Glendale.
And you best believe we're going live, boys. You're going to see us vlogging about that one for sure.
I would like to see Valdez win. Like you said, local hero. But 33, he's scaring me.
Come on.
He's scaring me.
Okay,
he's taking punishment.
Okay, I'm going to put him in the same boat that I always put Canelo. He's old. He's old, but he will have the ability to win. Because again, if he wins against Liam Wilson, he's right back in it. He's a contender. Yeah, he's a contender. And then we can kind of talk about that after we see how he looks.
Speaking of that, though, I do need to see Shakur Navarrete. It only makes sense.
Well, yeah, obviously, you know, but I don't know. With Shakur, again, his last performance, I don't know. I got... Fuck it, give me Shakur Tank. I'm pretty sure Tank will probably...
Wahid is not up for that kind of challenge. Wahid would rather go fight the guy that I saw cleaning the table over at Texas Roadhouse the other day. I'm sorry. That's what it is, Tank sexuals.
Yeah, I think at this point we're most likely going to see Rayo Tank. That's the reality of life. That's literally the reality of life.
I might as well just go and make myself a sandwich while that fight's going on.
We might see Goldberg versus Tank, guys. Oh my god. He's literally going to take the loser of that fight.
That's in the graces that we have Wahid here. Wahid, for the record, we don't hate you.
You have so much potential. Use it.
You're like that girlfriend who looks so good when she gets dolled up. But you just never want to get dolled up. You'd rather just be lazy in your dirty little sweats that you haven't even washed in a week. Jesus Christ. Lord. But that's the problem. But, so expect a good fight in Glendale. It's time to move on.
We'll switch it up a little bit. Let's put our
UFC hats
Octagon hats on.
Did you watch that knockout by Magomed Ankalaev on Johnny Walker?
Again, going back to the super necessary punches.
That wasn't he ran to him just to land one and break his nose. Like, Walker low-key probably didn't deserve that.
I mean, it's one of those things though, like he went down, but like he wasn't knocked out. Like, it was super necessary.
He was stunned.
Yeah, it was stunned, and it was one of those things where it's like
super necessary. See, that's what I like to hear right there, whether he hates it or not.
Hates who?
Our Lord and Savior, Street Jesus, Jorge Masvidal.
I never said I hate the guy.
But anyways,
overrated.
That was a nasty knockout. And you don't expect that from a wrestler in Ankalaev. But Ankalaev... See, here's what... I said this earlier. I feel bad for Walker because his fights are only going to end one of two ways. Him getting the knockout or him getting knocked the fuck out. like, dude, it's funny. Walker, the days where Walker was this prospect coming up and being like this guy who was going to be like the antithesis to like John Jones, those days are gone. Johnny Walker is that guy who's like the Anthony Smith, who you just want to get that name up as you're coming up through the ranks. But Ankalaev, he's a title contender.
Yeah, so that would put him maybe number 3, number 2 at this point.
I would say so, but here's the crazy little tricky thing about the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, that Alex wants Tom Aspinall.
No.
And he's going to do what John Jones is doing. He's going to hog the fucking title.
Way off.
Okay.
So off. This guy.
I mean, you can't talk about all that in a past video and then not bring that up.
No. I'm saying, I think the opportunity presents itself. Pereira's not against going Aspinall. Pereira yesterday, though, came out and said, we need to focus.
Yeah.
I want the lineal champion, which is Jamal Hill. That's unfinished business. That's why.
Why can't we just get Ankalaev against Jamal Hill and then the winner take on Alex?
So here's the thing with Pereira. When you're Pereira, you come to the table. These are the options for you. There's especially with UFC 300 coming up. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it. Pereira's going to headline it
with Izzy and put Ankalaev and
that's
Jamal
one
Hill.
way. That's one way. So hear me out. When you're Pereira, though, you got 4 options. You got, if Dana comes to you and he says you have an opportunity to go challenge for the interim title, possibly strip John Jones. I don't think they'll strip him, but they should. Against Aspinall. That's option 1. Option 2, Adesanya wants to move up. He wants that grudge match with you. Wants to settle it for the light heavyweight title. He could have the chance at champ or 2-division champ now.
And you got knocked the fuck out the last time.
The get back.
Yes.
The get back. You want to smooth that one. Dick. Option 3, you have Jamal Hill, who was the lineal champ before the other lineal champion Yuri, but he already disposed of Yuri in Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill's been talking very spicy. Mm-hmm. Option 4, you have Ankalaev, who's ready to go in there and challenge you, who a lot of people say, of all 4 fights, Ankalaev is probably the most dangerous for Pereira because of his wrestling skill as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he looks very
He's
weak.
Dagestani.
Yeah.
He's Dagestani.
But no, I was talking about Alex. Alex has looked very weak on the floor game.
He's gotten better. He's never going to be this master jiu-jitsu practitioner, but his defense has gotten better. And that's the thing. But if Ankalaev had a hard time with Blachowicz, he's going to have a hard time with Pereira. And so when you have all 4 options, here's how we break it down. Since we basically mixed in these 2 right here.
What, they're all in the same
category?
Division, yeah.
So we'll break it down right here for you. It's what have you done lately, and what does it mean for the UFC?
Okay.
So Ankalaev, yes, he knocked Walker into orbit. His nose into orbit. But before that, he had a draw with Walker, or a no contest with Walker, and a draw with Blachowicz for the vacant at the time light heavyweight belt. Mm-hmm. So really, his last 3 is 1, 1, and 1, but really not a loss. It's more like a draw.
Jamal Hill had beat who? Teixeira?
He beat Teixeira. That's where the Pereira's coach.
Yeah.
So that's where the get back comes from that. And he's lineal champion. So really, you can kind of say Hill.
Yeah, he deserves
over Ankalaev
the chance because technically Alex should have beat Hill for the title.
Yes.
So
then you compare Hill to Adesanya, and you're like, okay, we got the lineal champion who is in the division, didn't lose the belt, everything we just talked about, and Adesanya, who is coming off a loss,
yeah,
but holds that recent knockout win against Pereira and a chance to move up again and challenge for the light heavyweight title again. I don't think that's enough, though, to get him over Hill. Gets him close. I don't think it's enough because of his loss. I think in the end he's probably going to wait for the Duplessis Strickland winner because he could easily go and get a rematch for the middleweight title off of Duplessis.
Mm-hmm. And obviously we have all the hype behind that fight too. So
South Africa. You know. Then we look at Aspinall, who it's like he's kind of like shit out of luck because of the whole John Jones thing. Yeah. And it really comes down to what does the UFC want to do with the heavyweights? Because like I said, Pereira's not the only dance partner Aspinall can go and get. If Almeida beats, because he has a fight scheduled. Is it Curtis Blades? Oh no, he beat Blades. I believe it's Rosenstrike. Let me see just to make sure. Because he has a fight coming up. Yeah, he's fighting Curtis Blades. Almeida beats Blades. Almeida can start getting into that mix.
But that still doesn't have Aspinall. That's literally just putting more what ifs.
See, and I don't know if Pereira wants to go into that whole situation of what ifs.
Yeah, I think at this point, unless they give Alex guaranteed, like, yo, you're trying to move up.
Yeah, unless they tell him this is for the title. We strict John Jones, and this
well,
is
not even just for the title. I mean, the fact that if you beat Aspinall, you hold the interim belt. You know what I'm saying? That's still something.
Is that worth Pereira going up and risking, though, his hype and his momentum? It is. I get it. Interim belt?
Because at that point, if John Jones decides to vacate, I mean, it's not a stupid way to get the belt because technically he would have been Tom Aspinall for the belt. But I mean, you still achieve the goal and you beat the man who was secondary at that point. So
yeah, I think
it would be worth it because at this point, if John Jones is saying Tom Aspinall's not in his radar, why the fuck would Alex be in his radar? Even if he moved up, so it's like. I still think it would be worth it.
I think so too, but I think in the end, the most likely scenario is Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
I think Jamal Hill's the answer. After Jamal, it might have to be Ankalaev. But like you said, Ankalaev should probably fight maybe the winner of Yuri and Rakic. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's at UFC 300.
So that means they can't fit.
They can't fit Ankalaev.
See, I'm so Confucius. I don't understand.
It's a weird thing going on right now in light heavyweight. Or you can maybe, I mean, I don't think it's low risk, high risk, low reward for Izzy if you do Ankalaev Izzy.
For him to move up?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like how when Pereira moved up, he beat Blachowicz.
Yeah, but he was already moving up. Izzy's literally just doing it
for Pereira.
Yeah, so I don't think so. I think Izzy's best bet at this point, if he doesn't get the Alex fight at UFC 300, you might as well wait it out for Strickland Duplessis, especially when it's happening on Saturday.
I think the best bet is Pereira Hill.
Because what are we in January? Because low key, the winner of the winner of Strickland Duplessis could technically be put for 300. If
they want a quick turnaround, and depending on how the fight goes, you could probably argue that. But if it's Duplessis, you want the card in Africa. You know?
Yeah.
So it just depends. I think in the end, Pereira's going to end up fighting Hill. Ankalaev's going to have to wait. And the reason Pereira should fight Hill and then Ankalaev is to really solidify himself is like, dude, like you're cleaning out the division.
Yeah, at this point, might as well.
So, other than that, we got some UFC news coming up later this week, some boxing news coming up this week. We got the preview for UFC 297 coming up, Strickland versus Duplessis. Everybody stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe. Please subscribe and share. I'm tired of telling y'all, I'll hunt y'all down. If you don't, you're going to get diarrhea.
That's what it is.
All right?
See you in the next one.
Follow us on our handles, though. Instagram, Twitter, X, and
KOSessions all across the platform.
100. Thank you.